Hey guys, it's Teal, just sharing another weekly video with you guys. What is new so far is I have a friend who is with theater with me, and he actually gave me an email for a posting in Medical Lake for DOL, which is Department of Licensing, for a job there. So I applied there, and I actually have an interview, a phone interview on Wednesday. So crossing fingers, and hopefully that maybe goes well. On that part, let's see now. So that is going on. I'm still trying to get maybe even a job at Denny's, whatever it is. Manager is actually really nice there. She said that she would have hired me right off the spot, pretty much after she just first met me, because of my energy, and she just had said that the energy I had around me, or the feeling that I gave off, was very positive. So because of that, she gave me her address, her new cell number, and her full name, and she's like, hey, put me down as a reference on your resume or letters or whatever you need, and I'll put in a really good word for you just because I like you. So I'm like, hey, that is fantastic. And she's like, tell them on there that we've known each other for a while, because she's like, I feel like I've known you for a lot longer than just you coming in every single week for the past 2 months, trying to get a job at Denny's. So she's really trying to help me out as much as she can, which is very kind. I do have to admit, today I actually got to do one of the bucket list challenge, I guess you could say, of something that I've wanted to do. I've always wanted to actually hold a sign of positivity, I guess you could say, on the streets and just encourage people to smile more. So I had a friend of mine help. His name was Galen. He helped me with that project. I gave him the idea last week, and then we decided to do it. So with that, we had two signs. He had the one that said smile more, and then I had the one that said pass it on. We were on the corner of Queen and Division up north, and it was a blast. We had a lot of laughs. We had a lot of cheers, thumbs up, fun points like, hey, I saw you smiling right there. And rock-ons, hang looses, and all this other funness on that. We did get flipped off a few times, but I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. But it was really cool. The whole idea of it was just pretty much to make people happy. We even had a few, I'm just going to give you examples. A lady yelled out from a window, I needed that. I'm like, thank you. And then another guy, when a driver was driving by, he said, smile more. And then as soon as he did that, he hollered at us, I passed it on. So I thought that was hilarious. I was cracking up laughing. And then a guy close to, literally right when we were ending, we were just like, okay, it's late, I need to get ready for my show. So because that right when we were about to pack up, a person parked right behind us, and he wanted to talk to us just for a few moments. So because of that, we talked to him, and then he's asking how old we were. I'm 24, and he's just asking, he's like, why did you thought of doing this? And I told him that because of all the bad things that have been going on, such as hurricanes, wildfires, and shootings, in the past pretty much a month, I should say, or a little bit, well, it was last month mainly for most of the stuff, but some of the things happened just now. So because of that, I just told him to try to spread some positivity on it, and he really liked it. My friend and I, we realized that he's actually a YouTuber, just like me, except he does his different blogs. I hate that I don't know who he was. It's like FushiTube or something like that. I'm so sorry. Please, people, do not get angry at me because I can remember his name. I'm sorry. But he didn't tell us actually what his name was, but my friend, he's like, I recognize him. And so we found out who he actually was, and that's pretty cool. And this guy has so many subscribers on his YouTube page. He just does a weekly blog every so often about his life. So that was really cool, and he gave us a hug, and we had a picture with him, but that was a lot of fun, just that whole experience. West Side Story is going decently well, as you can tell with my makeup. I just came home from it, so we just finished the show, and I just came back from it. It went really good. I got to see a few friends from the theater, which was great, and it was just really good to see some friends that actually came. I don't have usually many people who come and see me perform just because of my changes, but it is what it is on that part. But it was really good to see them, and they gave me some words of encouragement, which is nice, and I miss the girls a lot. So thank you, Riley and Olivia, for coming and see my show. It was really good, and it was really great to always see you guys. Let's see now. So auditions for Annie went by. I think I already told you guys last week. I'm not 100% sure or not. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But the auditions went by, and I was working on the song for this past 2 months. My song was 1 minute and 5 seconds. The last 3 seconds of the whole entire number is the highest notes. The thing is that they stopped me right at 1 minute. So because of that, I couldn't finish that notes. Trust me, I was really disappointed on that part. But, so I didn't get in. I'm like, okay, whatever. I wasn't really too upset. To be honest, the part that made me more upset of me not getting in was me not being able to finish the song and showing people what I can actually do and sing. So that's the part that actually hurt a lot more than just getting rejected. I didn't really care if I got rejected or not, but I just wanted to know that I actually hit the notes right and everything like that. So right now, right after this show, I'm just going to be relaxing. Just working as much as I can, saving up more money for top surgery, hopefully for next summer. So right now is just a little bit under a month from 1 year mark of being a testosterone. So because of that, each week I'm going to tell a little bit about a story. This week, or this little video right here, is going to be about my past. It's going to be when I was very, very little. So imagine me about 10 years old or younger. I'm going to do a little group. One of them is going to be when I'm 10 or so, or younger. Another one is going to be like teenager, middle school. Third one is going to be about relationships and how they actually came across for my transition. And then the fourth one is going to be pretty much me finding out that I am transitioning. And then the last one is going to be on the 1 year. So it's looking forward to it. November 4th is just around the corner. So that will be the 1 year mark. And with that, I'm hoping to show a presentation of a slideshow that I've done. I've taken actually one picture for every single day for the past year, so people can see the differences of my face. I have to do some edits, and quite a bit of edits, I do have to admit, because every picture, the zoom in is not exact. So because of that, I wanted to make it so that way the face is roughly about the same size on every one of them. So I have a lot of work to do on that. But I'm hoping that goes well, and I'll show you guys that on the 4th of November. So you guys can see the transition, like, really just fast and easy for that. But, for the little story time, I guess you could say, with Tio. I was born in 93. I lived in Bulgaria, and I lived in 2 orphanages there. The second orphanage was in Pobeda, which, if you don't know where Bulgaria is, it's right by the Black Sea, by Turkey and Greece. So just letting you know that. Let's see now, I was adopted with my adopted sister at age 4.5. We're the size of a 2-year-old nowadays just because of malnutrition in the orphanage. But we were adopted December 1st, 1997. So that is our gotcha day. There's actually a bunch of orphans that I know that actually celebrate their gotcha day as well, which I think is pretty cool. When I was in America, I learned my English mainly by watching TV. I liked watching a lot of them. I watched like Aladdin, Arthur, because there was like Aladdin series and Little Mermaid series that was on. It wasn't just like the movie, it was like individual like little episodes, which was very unusual. I never like watched the really kid stuff like Teletubbies, or I don't even know what the older ones were before that. Barney was more of the, I guess you could say, when you're like 7 or 8 maybe. I don't really know. But with those, I learned English through there. I was a typical, I guess you could say, female back then. I liked pink. I never really cared for Barbies, though. I hated dresses. Oh my goodness, I would go into fits every Sunday because I did not want to wear a dress. I wanted to actually wear guys' clothes. I thought they felt more comfy, and I wanted to dress up like my dad. Because back then, when I was really young, I actually looked up to my father. Now I don't necessarily, sad to say, because he's not really happy with my transition. But all of that time, I had to be raised as a female. But my mom and dad understood that I liked a little bit more different things. I liked cars, I like getting my hands dirty a little bit. I never cared for dresses. I've always liked to play with like Spider-Man. He was always my favorite. But so because of that, I was a little bit different on that part. My sister and I, we would play dolls or we would sing songs. All through me growing up, I pretty much would always sing the guy songs or the guy words, and also play with the guy dolls. So we had like animals, and I'd always be the guy in them. So even back then, I guess I've always known. It's just I didn't know what it was in my mind. But I think when everything really changed is when I first discovered the color blue. We had a guest bedroom that was blue. So because of that, I used to actually sleep there all the time once I first discovered that room. And I liked it. Everything was blue. So my favorite color used to be pink. Now I hate pink. Only time you'll ever see me wear pink is if it's with black. So like a hot pink bow tie or hot pink like tie with a nice black button up was actually very nice. I do have to admit, nice and sharp. But that was me being a little kid. I would share more about my little past, but the thing is though, my time is up. So I'll see you guys next week and tell you more later. Bye bye now.